All right, guys. So today, like Sprite was saying, we're going to kind of show off a brand new advanced mode. And yeah, just to reiterate, just basically what Sprite said, at any time, guys, just raise your hand or put a message in the office hours chat. And happy to kind of derail and kind of go anywhere we need to go. But yeah, for now, we'll start off, and as I do with most of these, I basically start a brand new character. So let's create a new character. Let's do Medieval Necromancer. This seems really cool. And I'm going to go Ultra this time. And we're going to generate even a few more. So let's do 2 with Ultra here so we can see. But yeah, I'm really excited for this advanced mode. If you've been using the app over the last like 5 days, you've probably seen it. So we'll get to it here soon. But basically, the advanced mode, I feel, especially if you have a lot of animations, or you want to apply a lot of your animations to a lot of other characters, or if you want to get like animations like really locked in and like more to your vision, basically, I feel like it works really good in that. So let's go with this guy. He looks cool. I'll call him Green Caster. And as we go here, I'll just kind of explain the app as we go a little bit. So most time when you're doing a humanoid, you keep it a humanoid. And then this padding is if we're going to do more advanced things like attacks and magic spells. So we may actually do that with this character. So we want to give a little padding so we can try that out. So guys, the new advanced mode I'm going to show off is over here. So once we click into this, it's like a whole different mode and we can go through it. I kind of want to show you guys how it works with the normal app flow and then how the advanced mode is different. So if we do like just something normal, right? Let's say we come here, we say cast a magic spell. Cool. And, normally I think people just do let AutoSprite handle it. And we just say cast a magic spell. And then I'm going to just actually do Ultra here because Ultra actually goes a little bit faster than the other one. So for these demos, I'll do Ultra sometimes. And we can kind of, I'll show you the differences between Turbo and Ultra and stuff. But basically, this is kind of the old school way to do it. I think most people are very familiar with this way to do it if you've done custom animations in AutoSprite. And the whole point of this mode is it's just kind of supposed to work. If you just want AutoSprite to kind of make it up and kind of do it in the AutoSprite way, you can just do this. The advanced mode is more like if you have a vision in your head and you really want it to be more concise in the way that you imagine it, advanced mode can kind of help you with that. So we'll kind of show you how that works. But yeah, this should just be another 5 or 10 seconds and then we'll go from there. So great, this is kind of what AutoSprite cooked up. So AutoSprite does a lot of stuff behind the scenes to make this happen. And advanced mode will kind of break that down a little bit to kind of show you guys kind of what's happening behind the scenes. And you can kind of deconstruct what happened here and kind of get it in a better way. And maybe this is a really good time for advanced mode because maybe I don't like this animation that much, right? He's not really casting a spell and stuff. So first we go into advanced mode. So here we go. It's like a whole new mode. And just know that like for right now, to keep it simple, I'm just gonna use our new character, but you could actually apply a lot of animations to a lot of different characters. So if you wanted to do all these characters, and let's say you want to do something like simple as walk, maybe I'll just kind of show this real quick. Yeah, we'll do a simple animation first with a few characters. So I'll just do 3 characters. Let's say I want to do walk with 3 characters. Then, yeah, it's as simple as this. You select your 3 characters and then you build the walk. Now with this character, I've already done a walk, so it already has some of it pre-computed. But basically, with the walk, how it works behind the scenes is it does a first frame, and then it does the animation. Now the first frame is actually the most important. A lot of people overlook it all the time. But let's get these kicked off. So we can do them one at a time just so people understand here a little more. But basically, you can look at the prompt here, and this is kind of the default prompt for walking. And so we'll generate that. And then we can do it with this guy too. I don't like the way this guy, the first frame is for this guy. So I'm gonna do pro for this. I'm gonna retry that. And you see how I'm kind of going character by character, and I can kind of go faster, right? So I can kind of get 3 perfect walking animations with 3 of my characters like very quickly. And let's say we don't even like this at all. We're like, oh, I want this guy to walk differently. So you can say first frame of walking, he has his knee really high. He walks, maybe he's like tiptoeing or something, right? So we can do that. Okay, and then yeah, that's how the flow is supposed to work. You're supposed to kind of go through and just kind of spot check to make sure everything's good. I am liking this walk animation a lot, so I'm going to keep this. But if I didn't want to keep this, I could regenerate and retry and just kind of keep going as we go. And actually, I like this first frame so much, I'm going to actually save it to poses. So we can say walk first frame. Good, I'll just name it. And this gets saved to our poses. So we can kind of use this for other stuff later on. So you can see we have a custom walk with this guy too, so they're all good. So now that if we think our first frames look really, really good, we can actually, well, you can look at the prompt here and kind of see what it was going to do, but this is kind of the default walking prompt. Pretty robust, but you can kind of keep it by default if you want. But otherwise, we go ahead and just run all. So we run everything and we click generate. So there we go. It's going to go ahead and do the walking animation based on this first frame for 3 characters. Yeah, so I see TN has a question here. Initiate kind of the old advanced mode. Yeah, click away. Yeah. So TN, it does have that a little bit. So yes, so actually you can click away. We're on the preview tab. You can do other stuff, different characters. And you can come back to advanced mode, and we're still right where we left off. So we fixed that issue. Yeah, that was a big issue. That was really annoying. So, and that's kind of a preview to what Tian's talking about too. All this stuff that's happening in advanced mode, we can always go back to the like normal side of the app, and it's always going to be there. So nothing is ever lost, basically. Yeah, that was a big issue. So I'm glad we fixed that. But we'll give this another 10 seconds, and then we'll kind of go to the next part where we'll do custom animations. But I just want to make sure that we finish this part here. Yeah, Ultra, a lot of times Ultra is like 10 to 20 seconds, sometimes 25. But a lot of times the Turbo, it can take, takes like a minute and a half sometimes. So a lot of times, I really think Ultra is really nice. I may try to like move Ultra up to be a little more of the default on certain things, but it's just a little bit expensive, so. But guys, as this is going, I'll kind of have a second tab here going so we can kind of remember. So remember we made a cast a magic spell with the normal mode, and we have it here. And we're like, okay, I actually want, like I have a better idea of how this cast magic spell should work. So first, I want to show off this cool thing we have here. So you have the base character, and you're like, okay, I want him to cast a magic spell. So we can actually make a first frame pose from here too. We can kind of get it really locked in. So we'll say like, he is charging a magic spell. And so what this is doing, guys, is creating poses for this character. And then once we go to advanced modes, we can use these poses for things. It's just a slightly different way to do it. And then, so we can even take this one. So you can kind of keep editing as you go. So you're like, okay, I like that he's doing it. I like the color. Everything looks really good, but he's not facing the right way. So we say like, make him face right. And then you'll notice that we're editing this one that's selected. We're not editing like the initial one. So you see how his green fireball is bigger? In theory, it's still going to be bigger. It's going to be the same fireball, but we'll make him face to the right. Make his whole body facing right, as in a side scroller. And sometimes, guys, even I'm stubborn. I try to keep using turbo over and over because it's fastest, but a lot of times if it's really not giving what you need, you got to go to the pro at least, or ultra. It just listens to you a little bit better. It understands a little better. Okay, so let's go with this. This is fine. So as we keep doing these, it auto saves everything, so you never lose anything, but it auto saved these new poses. And I'm going to rename this pose. I'll say casting spell facing right. And then something else we can do with this pose stuff, guys, is we have this brand new feature too, which is edit character. And I want to give it more room, and I want it to be, sorry, I have to move this. Here we go. So where is it? So yeah, you can kind of position him where you want it to be. So like, let's say you want it to be here. Then it gives them a lot of room to work with. And we can actually reduce the scale just a bit. So now when we do a custom animation soon and we cast a spell, it's going to be super epic. So actually I'm going to save as a new pose. And there we go. So we can call this casting spell right with room. Great. So yeah, guys, stop me anytime if it's a little confusing or if you're behind or something. But yeah, so now we have our amazing first frame that we've created with the character tab. And just know, guys, that you can come in here and you can do it as well. But as I'll show you in a second here, but sometimes it's nicer to do it in the character screen. So we'll say we'll say kind of the same thing here, right, guys? So we're casting magic spell. Yeah, well, basically this exact same prompt, guys. Casting magic spell. I'm going to rename this just so we can remember it. Advanced. And just to show you guys what this is a slightly different way to do custom animations in the advanced mode. So you can just type in your animation, and then you can also put in the prompts for the first frame and last frame. A lot of times I like to do this like once we hit next. But if you want to kind of predetermine all your first frames, all your last frames, all your custom animation stuff, you can do it here as well. But let's just do this for now to keep it simple. So guys, we've made a brand new animation called Cast Magic Spell. It's right here. So now we're going to build the pipeline. So guys, so we've already made the first frame pose for this. So, okay, we don't have to do it again. Now we could do it again here, right? We could say, you know, first frame of him casting a magic spell. But guys, we've already saved the pose here. So this is our good one that we made, right? So it gives them a lot of room. So number one, we've kind of saved credits. We don't have to regenerate this, and it kind of makes it a little faster. So now we're on the video side, and I'll go back to Ultra because it's a little bit faster. And then we can have a really cool prompt now, right? Be like, casting a magic spell, super, ultra, move, special move. Great, let's see if this works. So in theory, since we've given a lot of extra room, we have a really good first frame, then our animation should be much better than just kind of the defaults. And as this is going, let's just kind of go back to our walking. So there we go. Our walking looks pretty good. There's kind of a new feature here where we can edit the frames. So there's this cool new perfect loop thing too. So it tries to kind of get it like more perfectly looped if it's not already perfectly looped. So that works out. The speed, This is actually kind of a bug. I need to fix this. So you notice that if they look a little bit slow motion, the speed probably needs to default to 24, so it looks normal. But I'll fix that shortly. So yeah, and you can also get the raw video, which you also have here, and you can download that. You can download the GIF, the actual sprite sheet, or the actual video too. So a little more options on that. And we'll see like this guy didn't work out too well. It's like, oh man, this walk didn't work good. So let's actually go to, let's do pro on this one. And let's just retry again. So this is kind of the iterative process of advanced mode, especially if you have one character with a lot of animations or a lot of characters that need a lot of animations. I think advanced mode is the right way to do it. You can kind of keep going and iterating and adding new characters as you go. So you can add dynamic characters. So you click that button and the new character's in. So, but yeah, let's go back to our magic spell. So there we go. Way more epic, right guys? And yeah, something to think about too. It's like, okay, nice. This looks good. I want to use this. So you can change your sheet options here too. So for this one, let's say we go, let's do like this, and we'll do light on the sharpening. Let's try that. So it's a little bit different, and that'll generate here. And I just want to show you guys one last thing after this finishes here. So there we go. We have a different background remover, different resolution, all that stuff. And I want to show you guys that if we go back to the normal app, like the preview and animate, you'll see that our stuff that we did in advance carries over to the character in here. So you can see we have our brand new, so this is the old one we did, but that's just like kind of automatic. And this is one we made in advanced mode, right? So it's kind of more locked in, exactly how we wanted it. And the versions are here too, right? So version 1 you can see is 512 by 512, and the version 2 we generated was 384, 384. So just different types of stuff there. One other thing I was going to show you guys. So actually, let's say like this animation did really good. We're like, wow, I like this a lot, but man, he needs to cast a different spell. So there's this edit the actual animation. So it's different than this retry. So this retry will make a whole brand new animation that has the prompt. What this edit does is it takes the existing animation and it tries to like edit it. And so let's try with this one. And it kind of only works, you can only do one thing at a time, right? So I'll say like, change his green magic spell to purple. So let's see if this works. So yeah, need to check why that's not working in advanced mode, but here we go. But yeah, guys, after this finishes, hopefully his spell is purple. And then, yeah, that'll pretty much be it for all I have for the presentation today. But yeah, we can stick around and hang out if anyone has questions or anything like that. Happy to answer. So yeah, I actually see that Boombox just posted something here. If you have any tips for ISO walking northeast, I'd love to hear it. Great. Yes. Yes, very sorry about that. A lot of times these models, especially when the enemy or when the person is facing away, they have a really hard time. And yeah, it's just one of those things, like certain characters it works great and certain characters it takes. See if I can kind of get that for you. So I'm kind of getting a cool guy like yours. Let's see. So we're doing, well, let's see if this turned purple. There we go, guys. So you'll notice it's the exact same animation, like, you know, we did the exact same stuff, but it's purple this time instead of green. So this is, you know, with all these tools at your disposal, you know, like creating the first frame, maybe doing the advanced flow to get something that you exactly want. and then doing that edit animation kind of thing. In theory, with these three tools, you can kind of get it really locked in and as you like it.